Hello YouTubers, this is Lilith the Star. Hang on. Okay, we're going to try that again because I'm using a new system. I'm using an iMac to try and film this today. I've got my capture card. As promised, I did say I was going to try and actually make a better video. So this is not obviously made with Upload Studio. There's been no intro. There probably won't be an intro because I'm trying to get some footage together to be able to make intro. But anyway, this is my character Lilitha. She's my build character. I haven't really spoken about her much. And she's just showing you off what kind of stuff that she's done to fix this house so that she can build in it. Or that we can build in it. So there's walls there. Currently there's only a bed in here because I kind of was like, yeah, I want to... Oh, Loki. Yes, I do have the cats in here. They kind of got in here before I started making. Do not touch the microphone. But anyway, today we are going to be building a clothes store. Now I have a new add-on called Settlement Unlocked Items. And this bit is sped up because I'd seen somewhere that someone had made a floor inside of the houses, and I wanted to try it, and then figured out that I couldn't be asked. So this is just my process, because a lot of people like seeing process. I like seeing people's processes of like what do they think and how do they think, and yeah, so this is just sped up because it's horrible and I'm sorry and it all goes a little bit wrong. And I'm leaning back. I really should probably lean forward. Mic is a bit weird. I'll say that. Anyway, so decided not to have a floor, and as I was saying, I've got unlocked settlement items objects. So it does take a little while for me to open up the screen, the loading screen. You're going to have to put up with that. First time ever you can hear the day. Well, first time in the year you can hear the Daggers again. I'm not sure if I'm sorry about that or not. But yeah, it takes a while for me to. Once again, they see the microphone and go, now it's time to chew and run. It's going to take me a time to load up the build menu, and sometimes you will see the save screen because this game crashes quite often for me because I've really built. I've got loads of mods, all but one or two to do with settlement building and making my character look good. I'm a vain, petty person. I'm sorry, not sorry at all. So we're going with clothing shops. We want the biggest clothing shop possible, and these ones tend to fit really well with this kind of building. In other settlements I won't be using these ones because they don't quite fit with the buildings. I know some people don't like the sanctuary houses. I'm not a huge fan of them, but I also know that if I was in a Fallout style environment, I'm not going to build something from scratch when there is a building that I can fix up myself and make work nice and proper, which is what I've done. So as I said, the Settlement Unlock allows me to put down proper mannequins if I want to, but having looked at them, I decide kind of against them, because anyone who knows this game knows that you find mannequins all over the goddamn place, and it's terrifying at times. Sorry, still getting over that cold. So instead I decided to go with the vanilla game, because this allows me to create my own custom outfits that I can put on them, and some armors and stuff. Well, the armor I'm not really going to put on this one because this is a clothing store. This is not an armor store. I should probably put this in omnidirectional. Anyway, ow, hey. So I'm just looking through the decorator because I haven't actually the new mod. I haven't actually seen the entirety of what can be done in it. This is a memory den chair, which has given me an idea for a memory den-esque safe house for synths that I'm going to build in one of the other houses. That's also going to be kind of like a chems den. You may see me building that in a later video, but I've already started it, and at the moment it's all about the horrible tracking down of the parts that are required to make chems to put on the chem brewing section, which is alright, I suppose, if that's what you come in for. But it's also going to have memory den chairs everywhere, and then in the back office kind of area it's going to have a terminal where you know, the people of Sanctuary can contact the railroad and ask them for help and all sorts of stuff like that. I think I may have got these videos mixed around. I'm sorry. iTunes doesn't, AVG memory card doesn't really let me number them when he saves it, and this is kind of an experiment, so like I said, I apologise if it's all the wrong way around and it's all gone horribly wrong and it's not as good as and as smooth as normal. I'm learning how to use the iMovies and my iMac, so sorry Oki. So please do bear with me. There's going to be some teething issues with this, and I'm planning on redoing my Slenderman The Arrival walkthrough, Let's Play at some point. I never got around to finishing it for the simple reason of my PC, which I still have, is old and is dying horribly, so therefore couldn't really handle recording it. This iMac seems to be recording it wonderfully now. This is where I realised that there aren't actually any shelves built into this, and I need to build some shelves. This is an awesome mod that I use a lot in this settlement, and will probably use a lot in other settlements. It's called Do It Yourself. I can't remember who it's by, unfortunately, because I suck at that kind of things, but it comes with special made shelving, which you can see me using here, and it allows me to literally clip these wonderful pieces of pre-made decoration into the area, and just it clips better than what I had to do with that pre-made white shelf, which is not great. And I do the same here, only I find out that this side is longer than the other side, which was what was bothering about me at this house in the first place, is the fact that they are two different, you know, lengths. It doesn't quite work like that, and it's a bit irritating, but we'll make do. This is the little laundry area, which I've noticed that I haven't recorded being built. I'm sure I had done, but hey, maybe not. Sorry. Like I said, I'm still learning. There is a little bit of an issue with the AVG light card that I have, that if you press the button it stops recording. So I pressed to start recording in the Mac, and then Growler, who is currently watching the Dagger with Loki now, walked over the card, and it stopped recording. So I had like a 30-second recording segment that I'd carried on for 10 minutes and thought, why haven't I got any of this recording stuff? So that's why. So that may have been the case of why that happened the way it did. So I'm sorry if that was the bit that got lost. I really am. So here we go through, and we decide that, or I decide that I want to decorate with some cleaning products, because you're going to need a Braxos to clean up your dirty clothing, and everyone knows that when you're out in the wasteland, people really would prefer to be wearing clean clothing, because if you get a cut and your clothing is dirty, you're more likely to get an infection, and everyone wants to stop the infections, because that's what's killed you in this world. So yeah, this is kind of looking, to me anyway, quite nice. As a little shop, just something to walk in on. Got some old world, pre-Great War stuff going on here. Yeah, so this is also like, I wanted to kind of decorate it more like a tailor's shop. And there was a point where I was looking desperately for. I know I had an ironing board set up in my mods, but I could not find the ironing board. No matter where I looked, it was like, oh god, where is it? And I couldn't find it, and I do find it in a little bit, and I'm like, oh. So there's some Vault-Tec boxes you can see in the back there. They are full of Vault suits. Now I figured that this is Sanctuary. The Vault is literally up a hill behind Sanctuary. So what they've done is they've gone up there and they've got a load of Vault suits and they've put them in the back corner for people who want to use them, want to upgrade them with ballistic weave and stuff like that that are out wandering, and they are available for sale. However, I have decided that once all the settlers have been given their particular tasks, they will also be wearing particular uniforms. So as you know, I've got, or no, you may not know because I didn't show you. When I did my bar and restaurant people are wearing tuxedos. My weapons and armor merchants are wearing many kind of military kind of stuff. My clinic people, I've got 2, are wearing Vault-Tec lab coats, so they look really like they are doctors. Which I really like. Oh yeah, and then I find this shelf which looks amazing because it's a load of clean clothes, and I was like, oh yes, I need to have that somewhere, but I've already built stuff, so I kind of destroy this. I should have just stored it and waited until I was in a completely different area, and in case I needed it, but yeah, no, what's done is done now. And this is where I find my ironing board, and I'm like, yes, ironing board, I must use it. And that's why I go there. I just have a quick flick through because, as I said, I've used all my mods, but I like to go through them every now and again because I can't remember what's in all of them, just to find stuff that might be useful in later on in the game, basically. Yes. Because this mod has some really nice wall bits that I used in the school. Yes, I have a school in Sanctuary. It's there's a whole story about what I want Sanctuary to kind of be, and I'll go into that at a later date. Now, in the end, I go, well, I want a room each for this kind of thing. I don't want that in there. I want them to have a room each. And this house does not end up with a bathroom, so I might even remove the actual, like, the bed that is in here, because I put this bed in here thinking, oh, I'll have to have room for 3 people, and I was thinking, yeah, I'll have to have room, but as it stands, it doesn't quite work to have this bunk bed in here when there's 3 people supposed to be working in here, so there's 3 people that need a place to live in this area, but they don't have a bathroom, they don't have a kitchen, they don't have somewhere to eat. Yes, in theory they could go around and, you know, to someone else's, and there could be a communal eating area and all that kind of thing, but I don't really sorry, this goes from quiet to loud, and I do apologise. I'm trying to not lean over too much near the mic so that you can, but yeah, it's a bit odd. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying. Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm gonna move that bed there, so at a later date you might come back and that won't be there. Which is fine, because I have now just literally decided what I'm going to do, because there's a load of space out back and I want Sanctuary to be really built up, because in game terms of this character's playthrough, I'm on 5 days, 17 or so hours, and that's equivalent to, in my character's existence, a year and a half of being outside of the vault. So she's built an awful lot. She's got Sanctuary built up. She wants it to rival Diamond City, because she doesn't like Diamond City. Ghouls are welcome here. Synths are welcome here. You know, she has decided that, you know, everyone's welcome, and she's going to build a place. So there's a garden out behind this house. And of course, being that this is a clothes and surgery and barber store kind of thing, they're not going to really have a like living areas inside. So what they've done is they've built themselves a little place outside that they're going to do live in. And what we'll do is next time we'll build that. Yeah. Phew, excuse me. So we're winding down to the end of the video now. As you can probably see, I do decide what I'm going to do. I was like, oh, I'll make a kind of a segment partition, as I've done in several other areas of Sanctuary, and then I went, no, you know what? No, I don't want to. So I don't. In the end. Oh no, I was using that to make this wall, and then go, no, I can't make that work, so I'm not going to. Like I said, I have tried to make this. So what I'm going to do, I've done a bit more work since I got this. Yes, I put the barb store in there and get rid of. See what I mean? It freezes and I hate it, but there's nothing I can do about it because it's a very full-on mode. I've got so many mods. But anyway, yeah, so next time around, hopefully I'll be able to record this voiceover while I'm recording the actual footage, which will be so useful, and I love it. And yeah, perfect. But until that point, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. I hope it's better. Please let me know what you think in the description, and thank you so much for watching. Do take care, and I'll see you in the next video.